Today we are going to find the perimeter of and area of rectangles and parallelograms. In our example here we see a rectangle. We see the rectangles, if we remember, have two sides that are the same length across from each other. If the top is 17 meters, the bottom will also be 17 meters. That's true because both sides, both the vertical sides, are parallel. And so since they're parallel, these two sides, the base and the top, are both the same length, 17 and 17. We also know because the top and the bottom are parallel, the two sides will also be the same length. So if the left-hand side is 5 meters, the right-hand side is 5 meters. So while we are tempted to just add up all the sides, we can also skip some of that, knowing that the opposite sides are going to be the same length, and we can determine that the perimeter will be 2 times the length plus 2 times the height. And this doesn't matter if it's a rectangle or a parallelogram. So we would take 2 times 17, which is 34, plus 2 times 5, which is 10. 34 plus 10 is 44 meters. The perimeter of our rectangle is 44 meters. To find the area of a rectangle or parallelogram, we just multiply the base, which is 17 meters, times the height, which is 5 meters. We know that 5 meters is the height because it is perpendicular to the base. All heights are perpendicular to the base. So we simply multiply 17 times 5 to get 85 meters squared. Remember, in area, we're dealing with units squared. Let's do a parallelogram. Okay, we will use the same method to determine the perimeter and the area of this parallelogram as we did the rectangle. Since this is a parallelogram and this side here is parallel to the other side, the top is also 20 feet and this side is 13. So if we take 2 times 20, which is 40, and 2 times 13, which is 26, we will get 66 feet. The perimeter of our parallelogram is 66 feet. To get the area, we simply multiply the height times the base. Now, be very careful in situations with parallelograms. We have to make sure we determine what is the height. Remember, a height is determined as the perpendicular distance from the top to the bottom. Now, the 13 is at a slant, but we call this a slant height. That is not what we need to use in determining the area. We use the height, which is perpendicular. We notice this is perpendicular because it's got the right angle marker here. So we're going to multiply 12 times 20, which is 240 square feet.